Goodness me, my head's getting long. Anyway, yes, hello, welcome to another Ultimate Fire episode review. This is for Season 28, Episode 10, made for this. I almost forgot what the title was called, but then I remembered. So, yeah, even though it's Episode 10, we've only got like maybe 2 or 3 more to go. I think 2 more, yeah, because, let's see, carry the 12. Yeah, 2 more to go. We better have the coaches challenge. But yeah, there's really not a whole lot to talk about, so we're going to start at the beginning and going to consult my notes on my phone. My good old phone. We start with some Maurice stuff, and I know it's been kind of starting that way for a few episodes now, but this one was a bit different. So instead of him drinking, we actually see him smoking. He's like on his own, he's trying to have a cigarette. I was going to say fag, but well, we're calling that in England, so he was having a fag, and just trying to calm down. Apparently he does smoke as well as drink, but he doesn't smoke as much, he only smokes when he's super stressed out, and as Fraser would come in and say, because it is Justin, I think it's Justin, as he would like come over and like see Maurice smoking, he would explain to him about the stress. Maurice would explain to Justin about the stress, and Justin says he gets it, but Maurice does need to get his head in the game. So Maurice says that it is difficult being there, and Justin admits how, like, when Dana told them this would be the toughest experience of their lives, how Maurice left it off, and now Maurice is sort of regretting that. And I'm like, yeah, I have to agree. Like, I wouldn't laugh in that scenario either. Like, if I ever had like the build or the motivation to be on the Ultimate Fighter, to be a UFC fighter, I would take it very seriously, I think. And it's just, I mean, it's nice to see Maurice like learning from that, you know, and becoming a better person for it. So he breaks down a bit to Justin, and then they get some training in. And they do this refocus thing where they get, like, you know, they make him do different exercises like burpees and like suicides and things like that. And for those who don't know, suicide is running from one thing to another thing, like not killing himself. That would be terrible. But yeah, it was nice to see him doing that. But as he did it, he spelled out the letters of his favorite drink, which in this case was Hennessy, and it was kind of funny to see him going H-E-N-N-E-S-E as he was doing like push-ups and sit-ups and things like that. It was kind of funny, but it did lead to a really sort of thoughtful moment for him, so that was cool. Next, we're going to talk about the fight prep. For Julia, it was... She said she wanted to focus on a stand-up, and Whittaker even asked her, like, what do you want to do? She said, I want to focus on a stand-up, and I want to set up the takedowns and strikes. Well, that's basically what she said, and Robert was like, yeah. And that was pretty much the majority of Yuli's training. She still got her takedowns in during the training session, but she was mostly focused on stand-up, even though that's where Pannie is at her best. And we'll get into that later when we recover the fight. Well, cover the fight. So yeah, that's what Julie wants to do. She wants to focus a bit more on striking, whereas Pannie is just sort of being herself. However, one thing I did like about Pannie's workouts was the fact that Julie's previous opponent was Marseille from Team Gastelum, and Marseille worked over 300 different armbar drills and still got caught in one and still tapped out. They sort of reenacted those drills, but they made them a lot more intensive, and they extended them a little bit, and they made them a little more bit difficult to get out of. And Pannie managed to, like Marseille did during her training session, Pannie managed to get out of them. And it was just really, really cool to see that, like, to see that Gastelum learned from the mistakes that they made previously, and learned from Marseille's lessons, like, okay, how can we take this and fix that? And they did do that, and it was really, really cool. So it was just really, really intelligent. And next is a part I have called Relax, where, I'll be honest, I felt a little bit later on this part. Like, it is a good bit. But basically, I saw the teams in their vans driving up to a place called Cowabunga Bay. It's basically this really cool water park, and they all got to have a play around there. But when I saw them there, and when I saw the coaches, I was like, is this going to be the coaches' challenge? But then I didn't see Dana there, but they did mention that Dana said that, you know, he paid for them to have, like, this time off after all the prelims and everything were done. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool, I guess. But no coaches' challenge? There's 2 more episodes. We better bloody have one by next week. You can't have an Ultimate Fighter season without a coaches' challenge. It's been part of the frickin' dynasty for over a decade now. I mean, come on, man. Just, you gotta have it. You gotta have it soon. But yeah, they all relaxed, and then there was a pretty funny bit where they went to a sushi restaurant. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of sushi. I think it looks nice, it just doesn't taste nice to me personally. But there was a great moment where they're all eating it, and Benta Soli and Katerina Lena, Ben was given like a weird sort of wasabi ginger spice thing, and Whittaker said he would pay him $10 to eat it. So Ben looked to Katerina and said, "Do you want to split this in half?" And they got like $25 each from Whittaker. And it was just a little funny moment, just a nice team building funny moment. It was just great to see the teams eating and having a good time together, you know? It was just quite nice, and I enjoyed seeing that. And then we have the fight itself, and chalk up another win for Team Gastelum as Pannie would win by unanimous decision. And it was a really, really exciting fight. I quite liked it. It was actually kind of weird to see Julia striking because she's so much more used to wrestling. She went for takedown. She went for like about 4. She didn't get any. Like the closest she got was clinches. She got a clinch in round 1 and clinch from round 2, and that's it. But she did land a huge right hand in round 2, and it did split Pannie's nose. I think that's how Pannie's nose started bleeding. But Pannie did crack Julia in round 2 with the left hand. It did knock her down, and round 1 was fairly even, but I gave it more in favour to Pannie. Round 2 was even, but also I gave it more in favour to Pannie. A lot more than round 1, at least. Round 3 was definitely more in Pannie's favour, like in any stretch of the imagination. And it was weird to see Julia not really executing a game plan because she went for the strikes and she couldn't really find a good angle to execute them and couldn't really get the takedown from that. But at the end of it, this is honestly my favourite part at the end of it. Julia didn't care. She just had a fun fight. She doesn't really care that she didn't win. She just cares that A, she had a fun fight, and B, she was the better looking fighter out of it because, to be honest, Pannie's nose was pretty badly messed up. But it was just a really cool moment, and I don't really have anything negative to say about it, and it was just an exciting fight. Maybe fight of the season, I don't know. It'll be a lot easier to pick fights of the season and knockouts of the season and stuff if they did fights to get into the house again. I really want to see that by next year. It would just be really, really cool. So, yeah, all in all, once again, a solid episode. Still a bit disappointed that we haven't had a coach's challenge yet, and we've got 2 weeks to go. I don't know. It better happen soon. And the next fight is going to be the last male fight of the semi-finals, as Juan Espino from Team Whittaker will take on Maurice Green from Team Gastelum. So, I'll probably see you all then, this weekend, for a UFC review, or probably between the next Ultimate Fighter and UFC review for the next World Concept episode. It's sort of up in the air, really. Either way, there's going to be a video within the next week at some point. So, yeah, I'll see you for that one. Thank you for watching. You're awesome. Bye-bye.